I have one on camera. But we are streaming.
We are?
Oh, God. Ow! Owie! Critical hits!
Welcome to the Edge Podcast. This is number 49. I'm Spencer.
It's your boy! It's the guy you all asked for! It's JD!
And Sean will be in here in a second.
In a second.
But we wanted to get started. 'Cause
Yeah.
we missed you.
We missed you. You
Justin missed us.
You guys ready for this? What's that the sound of? Motivation.
I already opened mine, but motivation was opened earlier.
Pacow. Quick sip of...
Justin, I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen myself in a while.
Oh my goodness.
I avoided mirrors for 2 weeks. It was great.
It's dangerous.
And, I was sitting in a pool, and then I was like, I looked down and saw myself. I was like, oh, you need to shave. So,
I actually did shave recently.
really?
I've never shaved that
It
deep.
came right back though.
No, not my face.
Oh.
Like when I look down and I shave.
Oh, manscaping. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't
Manscaping's
recommend taking a shaver to your entire
fine.
area.
Use clippers. You don't. What do you like? You do you have like a second set of clippers that you use?
No.
Oh.
That's the same one I use on my face.
Well, clippers aren't that bad, but you don't want to use like an actual like blade.
Mm.
'Cause-
Yeah, I use the one. It's got like 3 spinny heads on it. And just attacked it.
Yeah, my dad used to use those. It was great on his balls.
Yeah. No, I can't use on my balls. It's too sensitive. Get little nicks.
Get a little nick here and there.
Oh, my nicks.
Oh, got a hair.
I got a nick in my knickers.
Oh man, that's
But how you been, man?
good. So I don't know if you told people. It's okay if you did. So I threw out my back.
Oh, I did tell people that. I said
Oh.
old man Justin can't
man.
live life.
Dude, I put that status on Facebook. I was literally talking to a friend of mine that I play Overwatch with,
Yeah.
and I didn't know you could do this on MySpace. He changed my name to Old Man like Jenkins or whatever.
Old man Jenkins.
I was just like, why would you do this? That's all I said.
What's up, Farmatron?
What's
Eric
up,
is
Farmer?
out in Colorado, hiking the mountains and watching us on YouTube. Probably
Up
at the
in-
same time.
Up in Aspen,
Yeah.
where he can get a signal.
Yeah. Right, hitting up those girls,
yeah.
those Colorado girls.
Those snow bunnies.
The snow bunnies, yeah.
No scope nadies for the ladies. Crows for the girls. Yeah, so I threw out my back, and I was like, I just was not feeling it because I threw it out last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and then Saturday rolled around, and I was like, I do not want to stumble in here and have you guys make fun of me for like 2.5 hours. So
Yeah.
I was like, no, save my honor. So I stayed home. Played Overwatch, pretty much. I played.
So you went from being the best at Overwatch to what? What's next?
The best of the best.
The
I was
best of
better
the
than myself. I beat myself in the competition. I was on both teams.
Yeah.
But and my Tracer beat my Tracer. So.
What is it? Have you looked at your ranking as Tracer?
So what's interesting is
Then they started ranking, right?
they start competitive mode, and I have not touched it because I'm waiting for the full team to get on.
Yeah.
Eric can vouch for this. It was me, Eric, Troy, a friend of mine. He sometimes does the gameplays. My brother, and I believe Mike Lugnuts. Mike from Chicago.
Okay.
Shout outs because he's always been there for me. Every time we start up like a YouTube channel, he's always like hoard us out and stuff. So
Oh,
he's a nice guy.
lug nuts.
But
Good old lug nuts.
good old Lugnuts. But also the guy that called me Old Man Jenkins or Rivers. Yeah.
All right, fuck him.
My Felix. So, no, but we were all playing. I swear we had like some of the best games ever. We pushed points in like seconds. We cleared out whoever we were up against, and I was like, "This is great." So going into competitive, definitely want to have a team similar to that.
Squad.
Yeah, you want a squad that knows what they're doing. You don't need to have a full 6. Well, maybe you do, but you just need people that are conscious. So maybe you have like 5 guys. So long as we have the healer and we have the tank, fine, be a freaking DPS or an attacker or a defender or whatever. Who cares? So long as we have a tank that knows what's up, and we have a healer that knows what's up. Done. Cake.
Cake.
So my brother usually plays healers. Eric and Troy play good Reinhardts, and I believe Eric plays as Zarya as well. And then Troy plays.
Correct us if he's wrong.
and Troy plays a Torbjorn, and he plays someone else. Oh, Reaper. He plays Reaper, so he's a good tank buster. So so long as you play with people that have wherewithal, cake.
And how's the ranking going?
So I was like rank 70 when it started out. Multiply it by 10. That's my rank now. But still, it's a popular game. So
Yeah.
I'm ranked like 700 and like.
As a certain character and just your account?
No, just with Tracer.
Does it rank by character or by account? Or does it do both?
So when you look it up, like my total rank, I think I'm like 92 or something like that. But I mean, level is 92. But my rank with that character, like I played Tracer game time wise, probably like 3 days. I play her a lot because I like the character. So, and she's also good at. He doesn't play Nozaria. She plays good against a lot of our weaknesses that you'd be like, oh my god, don't go up against like Roadhog. But if you can get around Roadhog, you can beat him. If you have your ult up, it's really easy to get her ult up. Like one full clip of like good accuracy is like 20% already on her ult, 25% or whatever.
Gotcha.
So it comes up real quick. You just gotta pay attention. So yeah, so I'm like ranked like 700 worldwide.
That's pretty impressive considering.
I'm happy about that.
That's really impressive considering how many people play that game, which is like everybody.
Yeah, which is good, which I'm happy for because I don't think this game was just going to be like a, one and done.
Yeah.
It's out for like a few weeks and then it was like,
You think it's got longevity?
Oh, definitely. Like competitive play just came out. They're still working on fixing it, but they've already talked about the new heroes that they want to bring into it. There's rumors for another sniper. Hey, what's up, Rose?
Yo, Rose.
They talked about potentially a new sniper, which might be like a Omnic, so like it looks like Zenyatta, but it's a sniper.
Yeah.
That's like the rumor. Or Farah's mom, which begs the question, who's Farah's dad? Which might be Soldier 76. I don't know. I think that's true because everyone. I don't know if you've seen the memes. Like he's like a father figure.
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, he's like a Papa Overwatch. So like he's always taking care of the kids. And
Gotcha.
There's like a picture of him, and he's taking care of like little Tracer and little Lucio, and he's got a diva on his head, and he's like, not on my watch. So, and the memes are just awesome. I love seeing the memes.
Yeah, the whole community is really helping that game.
Yeah.
A lot. Quite a bit.
So I can't not be a part of that. So of course I'll turn it on just about every day and play. But
I should start playing it more.
Yeah, man. If you want to get around, wait, you were playing Torbjorn, right? That was who we were telling you to switch to?
I think
'Cause you were
so.
playing
I haven't
Widow.
played since then though.
Well, they're nerfing Torbjorn.
Oh, okay. Maybe not him then.
No, you can still work, and the thing is so he's not nerfed on the PC version, but he's getting nerfed on the console version because aiming's harder on the consoles. The turret acquisition speed apparently is slower on consoles than it is on PC, but he also still hurts a lot. So you kind of, even if you're a character that can stop him, you can't like stop him as efficiently. So it's like he's too much of a threat even to people he's weak against. And apparently, I was just listening to his podcast on the way over here. He has a 78% win rate.
Oh shit.
So usually Torbjorn's going to win. And it's just like, well, shit, they don't like that on consoles, so they're going to nerf him. So they're reducing the turret damage on him by, I think it's like 30% or something like that.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
But he still holds the same function. He's got the same place.
He can still shut out a team. The only thing is like, it's with every character. Every character has one unbalanced thing about them, right?
Yeah.
It's just nuts, right? Tracer can rewind time and stop a lot of people's, abilities and things like that. Farah can jump and fly away from people. Widowmaker can see everyone on the map. Like, everyone has that overpowered ability, but it's all about using it in tandem with your team and when it should be used. So it's having good knowledge and wherewithal and stuff like that. And you can still be great with Torbjorn. You just have to actually fire your weapon now.
Yeah.
You know, you used to I can't tell you how many times you get play the games and
Yeah.
it's like a Torbjorn.
It's just a
He's
turret.
just hammering away at the turret, and you're like, "You fucking kidding me?" And then he just picks up all these kills. Yeah, turret's a threat. You know.
So besides Overwatch, you play anything?
So I played. So there's a huge update, for Street Fighter.
Oh, okay. I haven't
So-
heard from that game in a while.
They added Balrog, the boxer. Well, he's just boxer.
Is Balrog that Lord of the Rings character that
Yeah.
Gandalf has to fight
Yeah,
off?
he didn't pass, so he fell into the hole.
Well, and he's like, all right, I'll do Street Fighter.
And
then.
then no, he's like, let's do the Matrix in midair and fight here.
Honestly, can I just say, I thought that was really dumb.
Oh, that fight?
The Lord of the Rings thing, where he fights him for like 3 full days or something like that.
And they kept falling for 3 full days too. They couldn't take a break. I want to eat.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know,
at
like-
some point, like they're falling and it's like a cartoon, and
Yeah.
like they're fighting for a little bit, then it switches to them just eating dinner, and they're like, "You doing all right? Like, how's the family?" And then they keep falling, and it's like,
He's like, don't forget your green.
yeah. It's like, I mean, I'm gonna come at you with a mean right hook. You better be ready. It's
You
like,
better,
no,
better
no.
expect it. No, yeah, I got you. And even then, like when they were in Moria, the mines,
Yeah.
they were apparently there for like a week or something like that, or 2 weeks.
Oh, is that how long that was supposed
Like
to take?
according to the book, yeah, they were there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, according to the book. Okay.
So,
I guess I read the book and I don't really remember it that well,
Yeah,
but it could have been that.
I remember my dad being into the first one after we saw the movie. He's like, I gotta read the book. I gotta get the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
He stopped after.
Yeah, Leopold says, "Are you gonna finish that?" He's
I
just
gotta finish it.
eating food off each other's plates.
Are you gonna finish that? I'll take that. Thanks.
Yeah.
But
Could you grab that? I'm kind of stuck.
okay, yeah.
Sean is here. I don't know if Sean knows what time this podcast starts. I think because every single time he comes like a half an hour late to the podcast.
What's up, sir?
I don't know if he's aware that the podcast starts at 11 or if he just
I refuse to come at 11.
refuses to come at 11. Okay.
I got you a drink, but
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
it's
Your mic is purple today. Actually, it's always purple.
Bullshit.
Somebody gave you purple. I think Trevor gave you a purple mic.
Yeah?
Despite he had to have known that that was my favorite color.
Is it really?
Did you say that to him?
I don't remember, but I think I
You
I
flat out
feel
said,
like I would've.
Despite being my favorite color,
yeah.
purple.
Do you think he did it to spite you?
Yeah, too spiked.
To spite me. Toon
Do you
spite.
think he did it to chains you?
That's
Is that a child?
Yeah,
Dog.
2 Chains is a child.
Yeah.
No, that.
Oh, that
whine-
whining in the background? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a dog. We're just talking about Street Fighter.
yeah,
Am I in the shot?
Yeah, you're in it.
yeah. You're in the
Am I in the scrot?
Yeah, you're in it.
Gotta get a little closer, a little chummier with JD.
you're friendly. Touch me. Anyway,
So what are you guys talking about?
so Street Fighter had an update. They added Balrog, right? Dude hits like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
It was funny. I played a Balrog last night, and he was playing him like it was Street Fighter 4. I just couldn't help but go, ha ha. I gave him a little ha ha.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that? Well,
Well, Street Fighter 4 and 5 are like there's a big difference between them.
There is?
Yeah, and the way you fight in 4 doesn't apply to 5. Just like the way you fight in 3 doesn't apply to 4.
Okay.
3 is closer to 5 than you're following though, right? Yeah. 3 is closer
you
to 5.
wait, Sean,
Jesus
you played
Christ.
you played some of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Third Strike is like. A
I
little
don't know the fucking difference.
So let me explain then. So Third Strike's a little bit faster, right? 4 took a while to be fast, and what I mean by that is more of like the flow of battle and stuff like that. But it was really jab heavy. So all your setups and going like crazy combos and stuff like that was you going, psh, 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 and then combo, and it was just boring. So I was fighting a Balrog last night. That's all he went into, and I'm like, dude, that's not gonna combo. And of course, you know, me being the beast,
Rock on, Chopper
me
guy.
being the kid, I just had to hurt him. So they released him. Uh,
That's
He
good.
wait, he wasn't already in the game?
he was confirmed as like DLC.
Why? He's like a classic character.
Well, there's a lot of people that aren't there was a lot of classic characters that are not in Street Fighter 5.
Like Blanca?
Yeah, Blanca's not in. Because
That
literally,
was just a guess.
there was like 44 characters in 45 in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Way too many characters.
That's good.
This is way too much. It's way too hard
That's
to balance.
good. I like that.
It's-
I like that many characters.
Tease bid.
I want more.
Well, they're probably gonna do more. But
Add like 50 more, and you got yourself a game.
you got a deal. But it's hard to balance, and this is probably the most balanced like Street Fighter to date. So they added him. They added Ibuki, which is a little ninja girl, who's I'm considering like playing seriously.
How are so combo wise and technique wise? How are her breasts?
Oh my god, she's a solid 16-year-old.
Are they a good combo?
They're
Physics
add
for
50
all.
more and you got lol.
What?
Try 100 more.
What do her nipples look like?
Oh my god.
Are they like dark,
Depends.
or are they pink?
Depends on the artist that draws them.
Okay.
Might take some.
When you draw them, how do you draw them?
So she's a stick figure. I draw her, and then I'll just be like, I'll write her name in.
Mhm.
I'm like Ibuki,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
throw,
So-
and then really tiny nipples.
So Street Fighter, you've been playing Street Fighter. Is that have you gone to Evo? Is that's still later this week?
So
month, isn't
Evo
it?
is July. Was it 14th through 16th or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't go.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why I can't go is because I'm actually initially. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say it. They might be watching, but
Yeah.
So I got a job offer. The job actually, it used to start in June, and they're like, "Oh, training. You're not gonna be able to, take any days off." And I was like, "Shit."
Ever
'cause-
again?
Ever. So pools start on Friday for Street Fighter 5. So I wouldn't even be able to drive
Yeah.
straight after training to go there.
What's
Okay.
the name of that Street Fighter character?
Who?
The chick?
Ibuki.
That does sound like a Japanese sex trick.
Definitely.
Well, but yeah,
No, Drew, dude. That's not gonna be happening.
that is gonna happen. Sit down. You were.
So, Sean, what games have you been playing lately?
Oh.
Can I real quick? Anyway,
Street Fighter 5.
I'm just gonna sum this up. I can't go to Evo because now my job starts in August, but I can't be doing unnecessary things if I really break it down.
Okay,
Evo's unnecessary.
that's fair, man.
Tearjerker.
We were all looking forward to it.
Yes.
I think we even got a backstage interview
We did.
pass to
We
it.
did. Yeah.
I'll go and fight in the tournament. I'm really good. I'll win. It's no problem.
I'll be champ.
It's no big deal.
I'll be win.
Everyone's really bad at video games.
So, Sean, what games have you been playing?
League of Legends.
What?
No.
So surprising.
Yeah. And then more Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, I heard about that last week.
It's very satisfying, but I've just like been taking breaks from it here and there to not burn myself out.
Makes sense. You want to savor it. It's like a cheesecake.
It's not as good as a cheese. I'd rather have a cheesecake than Dragon's Dogma, I think. Cheesecakes are good and they satisfy you all the way through, whereas Dragon's Dogma is just satisfying at the remote edges.
But you don't have to work off a cheesecake.
You don't have to what?
Work off Dragon's Dogma.
I don't have to work off a cheesecake either.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a skill.
I eat cheesecakes every day of my life.
Breakfast, cheesecake. Lunch, cheesecake. Dinner,
Dragon's Dogma.
cheesecake.
While I run, I eat cheesecake.
You're the guy at the gym that's eating cheesecake.
I run down the street in the middle of the summer at 12 p.m. eating cheesecake.
It's like melting in your face.
Doesn't even bother me.
I need this.
That sounds great. That sounds wonderful.
That sounds awful. So besides that,
That's it, really. I haven't played shit in the way of video games. I've been very busy.
Hmm.
Except for, League of Legends. That's not busy. It's for me. That's a labor of love.
We've been having a little lemon party. League
Yeah.
of Legends.
then
So I wanted to talk today about the idea that Spencer and I had, which is mostly Spencer's idea. So if it goes horribly wrong, you can blame him.
of course.
Nobody even cares what games I've been playing. Okay, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I was gonna
Nothing.
ask you, but
You
went to
don't-
the idea.
Really matter.
Nothing. Guess I've just been sitting around diddling my dongle.
Probably.
What have
but
you been playing?
What have you been playing?
Oh, me?
No. JD again.
Oh well, Street Fighter.
I want to hear more about Street Fighter.
I've been playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions,
Oh my.
Sharp FE,
Oh wow. Keep going.
and that's been great. surprisingly good. It's basically like getting Persona early. If anybody's got a Wii U and they like Persona, get Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It is amazing.
Sounds awful.
You didn't review it yet, though.
No, I haven't beaten it. I'm
Oh,
on
this is your review. Thanks for watching.
I'm on the third chapter.
Out of
Oh yeah, it is totally weeaboo, but you know what? Fuck it. It's delightful.
delightful.
It's freaking amazing. Except the J-pop, I could do without that. But
More J-pop.
You're a musician.
I want more
Can't
J-pop.
avoid it.
yeah, so besides J-pop, it's great. Highly recommend. I did a Let's Play of Stanley Parable
Oh,
on
No offense.
Wednesday night.
that was a little just. It wasn't. Well, maybe it was you, but it was mainly the game. I was just like, this is a little hard to watch. Like, I'm a little bored.
Oh,
It is boring.
No, actually, it wasn't you. You were talking to me. You could just be like a normal streamer and just be like
I tried.
paying attention.
I'm trying to learn how to become like autonomous with streaming,
Right.
like being able to just talk
Keep and-
and
yeah.
keep it going. But it's really hard for me, but I'm practicing at it. So
So
trying with
talk.
You're practicing talking by yourself?
It's
Some
really
people need it.
difficult. It's really difficult. Like so you're playing you're playing a game by yourself,
Right.
and you can't just let the game play. You have to like talk and try to keep everything going, and literally like
Without sounding like a.
without sounding forced. You just kind of keep going. Oh, that sounds cool. Like look at that light. This
What?
reminds me of this. Yada yada. I did this. Yada
Oh,
yada.
I see.
And it's. I am not a person who's ever like
Thanks, Eric.
played a game and wanted to just talk.
Why not just vocalize what you're doing?
Then you run the risk of it sounding redundant.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's like
really, you don't think you're sounding annoying, but if you have someone who has no bias towards you watch it, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
feel
Now
like-
I'm trying to avoid just saying. Now I'm opening a door. Now I'm walking through the door. Now
Okay,
I'm a
what's
new
in
room.
here?
Yeah, you got more
Yeah.
like that. Like you got to be more interested in like what's going on, and that's the part that I struggle with because I guess I'm not like a child who walked into a room for the first time.
Right.
I'm an adult who doesn't care about a room.
And look at the demographic of a lot of like Let's Players. Like, okay, like
Yeah.
Markiplier was just on Disney Channel, which is weird because he's always fuck. Or like PewDiePie. Guess what? They do that kind of, oh, what's in here? Oh, don't want that. Whatever. And they vocalize a lot. But the
Yeah.
thing is they kind of do it to where it's not like. It's over the top, but it's not over the top in the sense of like annoying, redundant
Right.
to all age groups.
They've really mastered it.
Yeah.
Where they can make every situation be interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do that with Stanley Parable, and I guess that might be a challenge.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you see part of it?
I've seen Stanley Parable. It's
Okay.
not very fun.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
I will say,
It's
with,
like Gone Home.
with Stanley Parable, it's probably the best walking simulator I've played.
Really?
I played Gone Home.
Have you played Ethan Carter?
No.
Isn't there another one? Yeah, Ethan Carter sounds familiar.
But I played that. I haven't played Let's All Go to the Rapture. I kind of want to
Oh yeah,
play
there
that
we go.
one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I played the Gone Home, and I played that when a chick is blind, that blind game,
Yeah.
Beyond Eyes.
Yeah.
That game was absolutely dismal. Just the most horrible game ever. This game is actually like there's a point to it, and it is potentially interesting story.
It's more of like a game design kind
Yeah,
of.
kind of like a walkthrough game.
Yeah.
design, which is clever. I mean, there's some clever moments in it. It gets old a little bit quickly,
Game design could be boring.
but it wasn't the worst game I've played. But it wasn't the best either. And then of course League of Legends.
Drew, dude, we don't want to die.
Yeah, every time you open a door, you take a shot. No thanks.
My tolerance is.
Yeah. All right, so Sean, what did you want to talk about as far as
What's that idea, dog?
ideas?
Oh, well, we wanted to do a League of Legends stream where we just troll the shit out of everybody and try to get reported. Not like in a bad way. So okay, that sounds
Use
really
a
bad.
hanger. Like,
No,
that's what I'm
we
expecting.
want to do like just fuck the meta and just do wacky shit in League of Legends. And
Like Shaco all the time.
no,
Well, maybe.
I mean, sure,
Bye, Farmatron.
Bye. Happy 4th. Drink responsibly.
like I don't know, like 2 AP casters at top lane or something weird like that.
Sure. That's makes sense. Dumb it down for me.
Or
What
two
is
people,
that?
or two people just roaming.
So on a normal
Okay.
spread, you would want a tank, a support,
A carry.
a carry, a mage, and then you can fill in the last roll. So
Okay.
you might have more tank, more bruiser, more AP, depending on the team structure.
An AP is like your DPS.
AP is a bit like magic, like a mage.
Okay.
So you basically have those 4 rolls, and then you add on wherever you want your team to to be good at.
Okay.
So if we were to go 2 mages, when he says AP top, 2 mages on the top lane, it's like having 2 spellcasters against a guy with a huge shield, and and then the rest of the team has to kind of pick up the rest of the roles, and it's not the ideal situation for them.
And this could, like, get an audience?
Definitely, and it could also get us reported.
So we're going
Lot.
to use Smurf accounts.
Is that the objective? Is like
Yes,
the reported chronicles?
that's the objective.
Yeah.
Is to troll so hard, but I mean, still try to win,
Right.
Yeah.
but do it in ways that is considered currently inefficient.
Pretty much called like F the meta. F the meta, like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah. We're gonna go against meta as
like-
hard as we can.
It's like playing like a rush down like Dulcim or something. Like I'm always.
Oh, absolutely. It's the
Okay.
same
Definitely
You
the
get what
same
I'm saying?
thing.
You
Yeah,
guys
rush
understand?
down Dulcim. Yeah.
thing.
Do you actually get that?
Oh
I think
yeah,
we
totally.
We should go all. We could actually make a successful team out of it, by the way. But we could do like an all. What is the Yordle team?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a great
We
idea.
just need friends. We don't even have to do that on Smurf accounts because you can technically make one that works.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Wait, who's the Yordle support? Who would be the Yordle support? You got Teemo top,
Rosie.
Teemo top.
and you'd have Trist at bot.
I think you would consider Lulu.
Oh wait, yeah, sure. Lulu could work, and then who's mid? You could do Teemo mid, and then you could do what's his name?
Rumble top.
Rumble top. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be your team. We'd have to figure out a jungle, but I think there's one. We'd have to figure that out. But yeah, it would be all kinds of crazy.
Yeah.
So I think we'll try for that. See if our friends will get on board.
Go for it.
Yeah. I want to try that today. If
Oh,
anyone
let's do
has
it.
time. Do you have
Absolutely.
time? Okay.
Absolutely.
Ryan's
for you,
away this weekend,
anything.
but yeah,
For
for
you.
me, for me,
For
please.
that dick, I'll do it.
Are you cheating on me?
For that sweet, sweet dick. So D&D went well.
Yeah.
You know what?
You guys streamed it.
Yeah, did you watch it?
I did not watch it.
Yeah, you did. You jumped on and called us nerds.
Yeah, I jumped on for like.
What
That's not
the
me
fuck?
watching it. It was
You
like 2 hours
lied
and 30
to
minutes.
us
No, I said
just now.
I didn't watch it. I came on. I
You
called
listened
you
to
guys
it.
nerds,
Yeah.
and then I went, "Why does Rosie hate me?" And then I got
Now,
off.
when you say why does Rosie hate me, is it because of the streaming thing?
What streaming thing?
Why are you
No.
saying that?
Rosie never gets online. Never talks to me anymore.
Aww.
And send me text, be like, "Hey, what's up? You get that new Street Fighter?
How's your dick?
How's your
Hey,
dick?"
what's up? How's he do?
Yeah, right. So I'm a little offended.
I thought it was because neither of you streamed that other night.
Here's the thing. So I went to the Twitch thing, and literally Odin Sphere was on.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I was like, oh shit. And I saw Eternal Chaos's freaking, setup, or his
Are you
profile
sure?
picture. Yes, dead serious. He has to have Odin Sphere. I know what I saw.
Why do you care?
Because
Because
I
you
was
were supposed to
I was
stream.
going to stream.
Okay.
So I was going to stream Resident Evil, and I was like, fuck it. We're going to stream Resident Evil 6, bullshit, and beating a campaign. And, like, I started streaming, and I was
Wait.
like, oh, shit. What? Yeah,
6?
6. Yeah.
No.
They re-released it, yeah.
Don't do that.
No, too late. Already
Have you guys played 5?
Dude, I played everyone.
Okay. But Roosevelt hasn't played 5, right? Who's not played 5?
I've
Is it
played
Eric?
5.
I think it was Roosevelt that didn't play 5.
Eric hasn't played any games.
Yeah,
so I
okay.
imagine
Okay, well,
it's-
Eric hasn't played any games. But who would want to play 5 that hasn't played it? Roosevelt, I think, right?
Probably Roosevelt.
Somebody.
Yeah.
I was trying
Nick
to tell
and D,
somebody that
Shella.
you guys should do that. You guys should play
I don't
5.
like 5.
Dude,
know,
5 is amazing.
Five to people is like a late bloomer. Like people are like, oh my god, 4 is amazing. And then when 5 came out, people are like, fuck that game. And then like later they're like, oh, you know what? It's not too bad. Especially when you look at 6, because
6 is trash.
6 is good for mercenaries, and that's it. All the stories suck. The pacing, just everything about it sucks. Mercenaries, fucking awesome. That's it.
Dude.
I don't like. I think there's better options for what 5 does in gaming.
What?
Then what?
What?
Oh.
It's maybe the best co-op game ever created by humans.
I disagree.
First Gears of War was a lot of fun.
Okay, Gears of War was really good, but dude, Resident Evil 5, it's my favorite Resident Evil game, and it's maybe my favorite co-op game.
Really?
Yeah.
That was probably one of the biggest games I raged at because I was playing with my now roommate Matt, and you beat it, right? So remember those like
death.
I think Left 4 Dead's a lot better.
remember that?
Oh no!
I
Oh
mean,
fucking no! That's a
Yeah.
shitty game.
It's so easy to go.
That's
Valve did it.
shitty fucking
I just think,
game.
but I
Fuck
think
that
Left 4
game.
Dead is more fun than that game.
Left 4 Dead
For
isn't
12-year-olds.
Left 4 Dead isn't the game that you can pick up and play. Left 4 Dead is the game that's like for instance, pick up and play, right? Four
Yeah.
people don't even know how to don't even know how to handle shit, right? Run into the witch. They all fuck up. Run into the tank, even if you know what to do, or not necessarily you know what to do. You know, hey, better stay away from. Still get fucked up. And guess what? You spent way more time than you did on Resident Evil, which will send you back to a checkpoint if you die, and you have to redo it. Is everyone gonna stick around and keep playing? Probably not. Is it? Left 4 Dead took out the fun of killing zombies for me.
I don't think I had such a good time with Left 4
Well,
Dead.
you probably did have a good time, and I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I'm saying like, I think there are other games that can do it better.
I think Resident Evil should just stick to being a horror game.
Well, you're a couple of years, about a decade, a little too late.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think
5
so.
wasn't scary. 6 wasn't scary. Mercenaries.
What
wasn't
about
scary.
7?
Yeah, I said you're a decade too. Well, dude, how many times were they being just actiony over scary? Even 4 technically is actiony over scary.
Yeah, but 4 balanced it, I think, better than the others. did.
Yeah, right. You get into the fucking monastery, and
Well, I know you're
the
doing-
minute you suplex a fucking monk, there is no fear. Then I'm like, you know what? I can handle fucking everything.
Yeah, but they got the guy with the chainsaw.
Hey, it's fucking you deal with them the first time, then you're like, oh shit, that was scary. And then you see him again, and you're like, oh, this is still scary. Maybe you get killed, and then you're
Dude,
over it.
That fight against Wesker at the end in the helicopter was so dope.
I remember
At the end of
messing up
5.
the QTE and then watching him just break my neck. And I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh my god!
Because he just flips over.
I lost my shit.
It's like, what's that easy, huh?
I was like, "This is the best fucking game I've played."
And then you punch boulders, and then you're like, yeah, man, I'm pumped. I remember
dude.
punching that boulder and being like, this is how you solve it, huh?
Yeah.
Like, why not? Fuck it.
That
do
was
it.
so dope.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I don't like the characters. I don't like what they did with the characters in all those games.
Oh, you should see 6 with Chris.
I won't even look
He's
at
a
6.
whiny little fucking bitch.
I won't
At
even-
least 5, he punches boulders.
I won't even
6,
touch any of that
I
shit.
lost my team.
Nah, 6 is. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'll just get angry.
Let me touch it.
Touch
it.
Touch it, baby.
Just touch it already.
Well, they re-released 5, so
There you go.
plenty of reason, Rosie.
That's what you need.
Plenty of reason to jump on that. It's definitely a blasty blast.
Does anyone play anything off of Steam lately? Some Steam sales?
I'm about to do Stardew Valley. It's like a Harvest Moon
yeah.
type game.
Really?
Everyone's all into that.
Yeah.
What's it? It's called Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Dew, like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley.
Mountain Dew Valley.
Like Mountain Dew. No, like dew that goes on the
Everything-
grass.
everything's
because
sponsored.
it's a farming
Shut
game.
up. Yeah,
And
and stars. Yeah.
The dew comes from the stars.
It's
Yeah.
it's farm.
Yeah,
You know, like
clearly.
Alien Ant Farm, like that kind of farm. No, like farm is in. It's a farm game.
That's cool. I actually like farm games. I
They
think I'll
did
pick that
Smooth
up.
Criminal.
It's on sale for like $12. It's normally 15. It's not a huge discount, but it's still
discounts.
it's- every-
Is it co-op? Can we farm together?
no. But it's like
Well, then I don't want it.
it's overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Yeah.
on it.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna
like
pick that
it's
up. I'm
weird.
gonna pick that up this weekend. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm just gonna stream that, but then I was like, I'll just Stanley Parable because I can beat it like in a one shot. So.
I'm gonna not do anything with my girlfriend. I'm gonna not go to a barbecue at her sister's house. I'm just gonna play Stardew.
There you go.
I'll let her know about it.
Just play with your do.
Oh, speaking of which, you guys got 4th of July plans?
No.
Not anymore. now it's Stardew.
Now that I know about Stardew Valley.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, we should do something that's very American.
Stardew something.
Play JRPGs. That's what I was gonna do.
You know the first thing I thought of?
What?
Broforce.
Oh,
We could do a 4th of July stream.
we could.
Kick it back to Broforce.
Broforce stream.
Just gotta guitar it up, man. Just.
You ever played Broforce?
No.
Oh, you
It's the
should
most
play it.
American you'll ever get.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's like a. How would you describe it? It's a side-scrolling,
It's
four-player,
like pixelated shooter.
like old-school looking.
Yeah.
like
side-scrolling pixelated
Contra. If you could have 4 people in it, and it was a little bit more pixeled,
shooter. And a
Metal
little more
Slug.
action.
and Metal Slug, and
Yeah.
and like tons of crazy guitar riffs.
yeah.
And all you do is switch between different characters, and the characters are like classic.
80s and 90s.
80s,
and
90s
early 2000
action flick heroes.
Yeah.
But like parodies of them.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
like you pick up the Terminator, Men in Black.
Yeah, the Brominator, the Bro in Black,
Yeah, just tons of that crap.
yeah.
It's way over the top. It's really fun.
Ellen Bropley,
yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
and like Chuck Norris and all characters like that. It's fantastic.
Mabrover, I think it is. Yeah,
MacGyver.
MacGyver. Yeah, Mabrover. Yeah, it's great, dude.
Yeah.
You'll get surprised at the creativity. It's like Broketeer from Rocketeer. Oh. So, it's great.
Yeah, we should play that. We down.
Yeah.
Is that on Steam?
Well, we already have it on.
We do it on PS4.
Yeah.
And just sit around the thing and
Guitar it out.
jerk each other off with our
Sure.
guitar.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Just kill it.
Yeah,
That
we
makes
should try
sense.
it.
Kill our dicks.
See if everybody be down for it. But yeah, that's it. I have a topic if you guys would like to get into it.
Sure.
Go for it.
What are the most evil characters in video games? Let that simmer for a second. Let that burn in your loins. Not that bad though.
It's burning my dick off.
Nope. You need to get that checked.
My dick is falling
You
off.
need to go to a doctor. This question shouldn't do
It's
that.
like molten steel. Oh God, it's cold. It's burnt all my nerves.
it's
I'd say Skullface.
hurting me.
I'd say Skullface is pretty bad.
What's Skullface?
He's like Ground Zeroes, MGS5. When you realize like the shit that he did, like to like Paz and to Chico and shit like that. It's like
I never
fucked
finished
them.
that game.
Ground Zeroes.
No.
Ground Zeroes.
I know it was the demo before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never played it. I don't like getting.
I'm not gonna go into detail. 'Cause
Okay.
It's pretty graphic, but he does some really fucked up shit to Paz, which is probably what you're thinking, and then to Chico too, which isn't what you're thinking.
What do you do?
I'll tell you. I don't want to.
What did what?
What did he do?
Pretty much, he had his men sexually assault Paz, and then he forced Chico to sleep with. Keep in mind, age like she's like
Sexually assault?
yes.
You mean rape?
Oh my god.
Ravage.
She's like 19.
You mean
she's
rape
19
big time then?
and he's like 14.
Okay. So they raped her.
And then I believe he drilled a hole into Chico's chest
Uh-huh.
and slammed like I think it was like headphones in there. So he had headphones to pull out and listen to. It's weird. It's Kojima.
What?
Yeah, it's Kojima.
So you could listen to a baby? Like a rape baby?
Drilled headphones and where? In his chest?
Yeah, like starting.
Why didn't he die?
It's,
Anime.
it's Kojima.
God.
He's got that.
I don't give a shit about Norman Reedus, and I don't want to see that new fucking game.
That'd be great.
He probably did sexually assault Paz. Definitely tortured the hell out of her. She was like just destroyed. Planted a C4 inside her stomach
God.
and her vagina.
Oh, C4 in the pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
that pussy explodes.
That's my fetish.
So
Put it on Craigslist.
destroyed Mother Base.
I'm looking for a girl with C4 in her pussy.
I'm looking
If
for a
this
girl.
is you, contact me.
I'm looking for
Paz or-
someone who will let me put C4 in their pussy.
Paz Ortega hits you up. Hey,
Hey, I got C4 in my pussy. I heard you want to meet.
You want to blow up?
I just want to make sure that's in there. Send me a picture of it.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Is that the label?
that's what I want.
So yeah, destroyed Mother Base, tortured Dr. Emmerich. Someone else too. Oh, what's his name? Kazuhiro Miller. Cut off his leg, cut out an eye, cut off one of his arms. Fucking wrecked him. He's a pretty bad guy. He's a pretty bad guy. Well, he had to deal with it. He was captured by a different group, but he had to deal with it. Yeah, dude. Pretty fucked up. Who you got? Kefka.
Oh,
Kefka's pretty bad.
yeah, Kefka was pretty bad.
I mean, you could say Sephiroth too, but I think the people are worse than him.
I want to say Pokey from Earthbound.
What'd he do? Give you an F on your grade card or something?
No, he was a kid just like
He's
you.
Disney evil, isn't he?
I guess. I don't know. He's weird. He's just like you. So at the beginning of the game, he's just your neighbor, and you're the family next door is like a rich family, and they have two kids, Pokey and
Doki.
Picky or something like that. I can't remember. And Pokey's like he's like this fat kid, and he like your parents owe their family a lot of money. It's kind of a running gag, I guess. But he kind of falls in line with the main villain of the game, and just kind of taunts you for the entirety of it. And like
I just got done talking about sexual assault. Freaking.
You keep saying sexual assault. It's driving me
I'm gonna
crazy.
say it that way
Sexual assault.
because
That's like what you would put on a police report.
So it's synonymous. You
Rape.
know what I'm talking about.
Rapey. Like Rape Town.
I talked about that. I talked about torture. I talked about dismemberment. You said he teases you.
He's not finished.
yeah, I mean, but he
Well, a
It's
lot.
kinda weird,
He teases
like-
you a lot.
so he imprisons.
And then he
one of
rapes
the-
you.
He falls in line with a group called the Happy Clan.
Well, KKK. What?
It is essentially the KKK.
Aren't they a cult in that
yeah,
game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're a cult. That might have been Happy Cult. I can't remember, but they basically look like the KKK, and they paint everything blue, which is actually I saw a thing on it. It's actually like a real thing in Japan
Called Crips.
that they've had,
Crips.
and they like killed a lot of people.
Crips.
But anyway, so they join this weird cult, and they imprison the girl in it. So he kind of locks her up in there. And he's, most of the characters, you think of a character in most games, and it's like, okay, but they had a reason that they did it. Like sometimes you have some sympathy for them because
Or they have a fucked up worldview.
maybe they were born into like a bad situation or something. But he
Yeah.
was like his family was rich, and he was just a total douchebag. Like he even owned like a helicopter at one point and was just flying around and laughing at you. And at the very end, if you've played the end of Earthbound, he's in like another. You have to go to another dimension, and you turn like weird robots, and you have to fight inside of basically a womb. There's like a little baby
Yeah.
in there, like screaming,
The alien baby.
and he's there like fighting you over it. It's really, really dark, and he's just this weird like shithead, and he has no real reason to be that way. So I would kind of
It's just
classify
a
him
fuck
as
face.
yeah, one of the worst characters I've seen in video games as far as evil goes.
I think we're a little delayed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not that delayed, but we are.
You got one?
No, I don't.
Really?
I can't think of one that's really a bad guy.
Just go Wesker or something.
No,
Humans, that fucking experimentation.
I don't know.
Or maybe what's the best villain?
Yeah.
A good villain? What's that dude's name? Chrono Trigger.
Magus?
No.
Lavos?
Yes. Because
Lavos,
and
whatever.
here's why. Is because Lavos, you'd be like, oh, he's just destroying the earth, biblical creature. Whatever. It's one thing to hear about this guy, oh, he could destroy the earth. It's another to actually see it happen, and then to see the aftermath. Then
Yeah.
you realize how much of a fucktard this guy is,
Yeah.
and how much you want to stop him. So I would put him up there.
Oh, Lavos. Yeah, he's got to be one of the most interesting because he.
But I think Lynx is more interesting than Lavos is.
You do?
Yeah, because I like the concept of pretty much literally being like a dude that successfully successfully killed you in another time zone,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck?
Doesn't he drown?
He
You played it recently, didn't you?
no, I haven't. No,
Oh, we need to play it.
that's what I was talking to you.
With Chrono Trigger?
Chrono Cross.
Oh.
So I have an idea, but I'll wait until we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, Fallout 3 because I blow. Me when I play Fallout 3 because I blow up Megaton and kill every faction.
Yeah.
that's the completionist.
Here, that's the thing is like I feel like the player character is more capable of doing really horrific shit,
That's true.
which is should
Especially
be like a
in,
reflection.
I mean,
in like American RPGs, that seems to be the way.
Uh-huh.
Is
Knights
that-
Old Republic. Yeah, you're the worst guy.
Like-
Fable. Yeah, you're the worst guy.
True.
You're,
That's true.
you're the
I was
fucking
thinking about this a
worst.
lot, and it's all I could really think about. Is like I'm like, okay, well, I guess Alduin, but like I did a lot more horrible shit than Alduin.
I was
I mean, I killed like a lot of towns. I even like turned off the feature that prevents them from resurrecting or from being killed, rather.
right.
So I just killed everybody.
God damn.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun murdering every single human I found.
Dishonored. You could get the worst fucking ending just by playing it.
Yeah.
I gotta keep playing that game.
Which
yeah.
I mean, like, just I don't know. I just don't think that the bad guys in video games are all that memorable, or all that great from a storytelling perspective.
Have you
Well,
played? I think there've been tons of good ones.
Uncharted 4 actually has a really good villain. The first good villain in that series, I feel. It's just a rich dude that's stuck up, but he's so unhinged. And I need to find out who voices him and who does the mocap for him, because that guy's great.
What about? Didn't Far Cry 3 have a really good villain? I
Oh,
never
yeah.
played it.
Oh, actually,
Definition of
he was
Insanity.
okay. He
Yeah.
was okay. Yeah.
He's cool. I mean, 4's villain was interesting.
I thought
in
they had
his way,
4 had
too.
like 2 good villains, but they were like
I only
split
know
up.
the one.
4 had the one that like the rich guy, but it
pink
had
thing.
another guy in it that some people said was even better.
Oh.
I never played the Far Cry series though. I played the first one just because I had a map editor.
He just went to town.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
That's cool. Yeah. One of these days I'm gonna play 4. I told Troy I was like, we're gonna play through like random games that he's already beaten that he's okay with. Like we're gonna do Dead Rising 3
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't beat Dead Rising 3 at the time it came out. I was like, I'm not getting an Xbox. Now that I have one and it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Metal
then
Gear Solid has
Far Cry 4.
Metal Gear Solid has a ton of good enemies too. Just that series.
I wouldn't even call Ocelot.
Big Boss is actually interesting.
He's a real prick.
Or rather, what is she called in Snake Eater? The boss?
Yeah,
No.
just the boss.
Just the boss?
Just boss. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's an interesting villain. That's an interesting character in general.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call her a villain.
Yeah, those
You kind of
well,
have to. I mean, you
it's-
fight
yeah,
at the
that-
end.
that's that game like weaves it in and out like
Yeah.
what a villain is.
Yeah,
Because
that
it's
is
so-
interesting.
It's so great that you're like, damn,
That is interesting. That was a great fight too. Like
someone who's that wrapped up.
when you fight her at the end in that field of flowers, it's like you don't want to do it. You know,
Right.
but you have that, and even as a player, you're like, I don't really want to do this.
I mean, and she's telling you to complete your mission.
Yeah.
And the game forces you to
do
shoot
it.
her. at the end.
that was actually I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna see the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3.
You know, it's funny they do that in 4.
I can't
with
honestly
Ocelot.
like think about like villains in video games. Most of the time, it's just a really boring archetype. Like they're a villain because they're a villain. They don't really have motivation. Like they're like some sort of inherently evil creature or thing or person.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna be bad because being bad is good for me.
Because I'm corrupted from
Be-
the get go.
Right, because I'm a demon lord or I'm a dragon guy. That's what I do.
I'm a Sith.
You know, like okay, like you know, like look at like the bad guy from Oblivion. I mean, it's like it's a Daedra. You know, that's all they are. They're just demons. That's what they do.
I'm here to be mean.
I'm here to kill humans and whatever. Okay,
But
but
yeah.
the boss has like her own motivations, and it's interesting that they just sort of collide with you at the end of the game, and then she needs you to kill her
Yeah.
to complete the mission.
And then
It's
you're like,
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And Drew Dude says that the boss was a MILF.
Yeah, she was big time.
I don't think she was that hot.
no, I
I
don't
think she's a
so.
little bit mannish looking.
I think
Really?
her body didn't match her face when she showed you a snake tattoo. I was
Okay.
like, "No way, your tits are that
Okay,
perky."
all right.
Get
Let's
out
pull this
of here.
up. Let's pull it up. Because
I
it's
think
been a
there's
long
a-
time since I played MGS3.
I would say Ocelot would have to be one of my favorite villains in gaming, and you can argue whether he's a villain or
Yeah.
not, but he's clearly a villain in Metal Gear Solid.
You know, it's funny, and I will tell you this until you actually beat it. I think you should play through Phantom Pain because he is not the nice guy you think he is in Phantom Pain.
I don't think he's a nice guy in general.
He's on a nice game.
Well, here's the thing: is like initially, right, rescues you, go out, reclaim your stuff, and then he's back at Mother Base. Then you're like, oh, I can count on him for stuff. And then all kinds of shit happens, and then you're like, whoa, you don't have my fucking back at all, dude. Like, fuck you. It's great to see him just like do this weird transition, and then you realize why by the end of the game, the end of the game. Then you're like, oh, fuck, you know. But The Witcher 2,
I never played through The Witcher 2.
the Kingslayer in
Yeah.
The Witcher 2 was
The big dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no fucking clue, but man, there's some shit.
Who's Handsome Jack?
Handsome Jack from Borderlands. He has an interesting story too. Like if you look it up, I'm not gonna spoil it because it's more recent, but he's got a.
Okay.
You don't think you realize why he's that way.
All right. Okay. So she's got some mannish cheekbones, I will admit, but
Dude, those don't match.
Tho-
Doesn't match her face.
those titties are real.
They don't match, man.
Yeah, it doesn't really match. She looks very angry.
Yeah.
She looks like she'd break your dick off while having sex with you.
That game, though, does have probably one of my favorite cutscenes of all time. It's the scene where you're Rykov, and you're trying to get the Sokolov out of the base, and already tensions are high because you're like, shit, don't get caught, don't get caught. That game does a really good job of making the villains a huge fucking threat. And then Volgin walks in, and he's like, oh, God, I'm his fucking lover. And then he grabs your junk, and he's like, what's the matter? And then he keeps grabbing it. And you're just like, stop. You're like, you can't move your lips. And then he gets ready to hit you, and then I think you take him down, and then door opens, and literally she already has her knife out, and she's getting ready to attack you. And I was like, oh, God, goosebumps. Such a good scene.
Mr. Microsoft said the Joker, and he is actually right.
You know,
did any of you guys play? Well, I know you guys played like Arkham Asylum, right?
briefly, and I know Arkham City story.
Joker in video games is pretty sad representation.
I
of the
love
Joker as a
it.
character.
I love
According
it.
to the comics?
I love it.
I think the
it's great.
comics make him more. Crap, what's the word? He's like more.
Formidable,
I mean,
smart,
He's very smart.
less of
crap.
a trash character.
I thought he was awesome in the games.
Unpredictable. Unpredictable, ultimately.
He's gonna be like okay. Like let's take Arkham Asylum as
that?
an example,
I don't know.
right?
I don't know.
Like his plan is to take over Arkham, but then his final plan is to inject the Bane serum in his body. The Joker would never actually do that. That's just a dumb fucking thing to have your Joker character do. It's not part of the character.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. I was hoping you'd fight some sort of like trap of his,
Sure.
or something like a battle of wits.
The Joker doesn't necessarily want to take Batman on hand to hand. It's like really not really his thing. He will if he's in the advantage, and I guess you could say he'd be in the advantage by taking the Bane serum, but that's not really his bag. His bag is psychological.
Did you ever play Arkham Knight?
Origins?
No, I didn't. I mean, I did, but just not nearly long enough to get to the goods.
He torments Batman like crazy.
But
that
that's
game.
an interesting thing. Is it really Joker? Is it more of just Batman's vision of the Joker? I mean, we're spoiling the crap out of that, but I mean, hey, what the fuck ever. That's where it's kind of interesting. Is does Batman think he's a bigger threat than he actually is? That's an interesting dynamic.
I
Because
thought,
it's what he envisions Joker is.
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's
little
Joker is
bit.
in no way touching him and handling his mental state at that point. It's literally, Bruce Wayne going, "Oh shit, Joker would probably say this."
But I think you can still consider him a villain in that game.
oh, for sure. But he's a villain.
At
He's
first
the
I
most
was-
intimate of villains.
when I was first playing it, I was like, oh, they just can't let go of the fact that the Joker is, the Joker, and he's just a big seller. And maybe part of that's true, but I can't deny that the scenes with him in that game are freaking amazing.
But then,
And the weird gameplay what do you call it when there's story integration? Is that just what it's called?
sure.
The story integration in that game is amazing.
And then they go, "Hey, you know what? This is just not the Killing Joke. This is fucking Death of the Family."
Yeah, basically.
Fucking stupid.
That I didn't care for.
That
but,
was dumb as fuck.
but
Because they fucking lied. Everyone was so excited. The Arkham Knight has never been in a comic book ever.
yeah, they just said
Guess
that.
who it is?
Yeah.
Guess.
Yeah.
Guess. Like, seriously, you're like, are you fucking kidding me? This is dumb.
Roosevelt says Flowey and Undertale. Yeah, I would say that.
Is that the skeleton?
No.
Oh, that's the flower you encounter in the beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess.
Wait, hold on. Is this spoilers?
He
'Cause I
is.
will play that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shit.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's the best character. In the game. He's the best intentions.
Can I say, for fighting game's sake, my two favorite villains are
Red Hood, Drew. Anyway, go ahead.
Shin Akuma and God Rugal in Capcom vs SNK 2. Because no one expects that shit, right? Like, you beat it, like, especially me. I was playing through arcade with my brother, and, we take turns. It's 3-on-3. You can do up to 3-on-3. And you get a good score, and you guys don't die, you get to fight this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do, like, all these other prerequisites. And then there's a cutscene that plays, and it shows Rugal, who's like a villain. He's a major villain in, King of Fighters, fighting Akuma, who's not really. He just wants to. He just wants to fight. He's never technically. Whatever. Akuma versus Rugal, right? And you're like, oh, they're fighting on the top of this fucking roof. What's gonna happen? And then I don't know specifically how they calculate it, but one of them wins, right? And what Rugal can kill Akuma, Akuma can kill Rugal, whatever. And then like there's like an explosion, and then what happens is it shows like a crazy modified version of them fighting you. You have to fight them, and they're so overpowered, and it's the computer. So they know your inputs when you press them. So they'll be like, oh, I'm going to sweep. And he's like, no, you didn't. And they'll hit you out of it and shit like that. It's the fucking most daunting. I've lost quarters. I've lost, tens of bucks in quarters fighting those guys. And I'm just like, they're really good villains because they don't need this crazy story. They just need to fucking fuck you up, and be this huge threat that do special versions of their moves that you're like, oh, you can, what?
What about GLaDOS from Portal?
GLaDOS is good. GLaDOS is interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's what you don't see in a lot of like what you were talking about. You don't see that in a lot of like villains.
Apparently, IGN says Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda.
Oh no, not even close.
I don't That's so
I think
basic.
he's a villain that suits the role.
He was better in
But I mean,
Wind Waker.
Yeah,
as far as like really good ones, I don't think he
no,
even qualifies.
not even close.
Like he just fits the role. Like you need a villain in the game. There you go.
Yeah, because maybe you don't have to sympathize with them. You just need to understand like
He's a bad guy. He doesn't like Link. He likes power. Like he's such a
got a triangle.
two-dimensional character.
Yeah. I mean, Zelda doesn't even try to be like a good story. so-
Link is one dimensional. Like let's look at that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will never say a word to my friends and family.
Every character in that series, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple that are weird, which are nice.
Tetra was interesting. I'm on Wind Waker's balls, but I mean,
Yeah, Wind Waker is an interesting game.
yeah. Made me really fear water. I have a fear of like deep sea and like creatures in it. So it's like I can't fucking play this game. I could play it now, but back then, who's another good villain? No one from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
They're all awful. Wait, comic book villains.
Keep going.
Oh, there's no one in. I'm trying to think of current games now, and I'm like, Dragon's Dogma is a dragon.
Do you know what the villain was at the end of the original Kirby for NES that comes out and fucks up DDD? You need to fight him?
Meta Knight?
Mm-mm.
It's not Meta Knight.
No, there's something else. It is weird, and I don't know if it's ever been named before. It's like a weird fucking
Is it a
ending.
version of you?
No, it isn't. That was like one of my favorite games of all time when I was a little kid, and that's like one of the first games I played was Kirby's Dream Land for NES.
Right.
And at the end of that game, you would fight DDD, but then at the end of that, there's another fucking creature that comes out, and you got to fight that thing.
Yeah, it was like about like it's about completionist, right? So it was like you had to collect a certain amount of like stars or something like that.
I have
right?
no idea. I always seemed to fight him, and I beat him, but I figured that was just the normal boss. But he would come out after DDD's over, and he's like this weird eyeball with like this pink, like spiky goop around him.
Did like Dreamstar Saga, or was it Dreamstar Saga or whatever? Was that the remake of the first one then? Or
Kirby's Dream Land is the first Kirby
Dream-
game.
It was a Game Boy. They put it on Game Boy.
They did it. They did after NES. They put it on Game Boy. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I do know what you're talking about then. Yeah, I remember because I played one of them religiously, and I had to have been that one I was really into.
I think the idea, the implication was that was the evil thing manipulating DDD.
Mm.
Like that was the big bad of Kirby.
Did you fight King Dedede at the Fountain of Dreams?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like in clouds.
Yeah, because King Dedede was actually trying to stop you from fucking up. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because your quest was like you were. It's like top 10 like worst misguided heroes, and you're undoing what King Dedede was trying to stop. Because if you complete your quest, everyone gets nightmares. But if King
Oh.
Dedede stops you, everyone's allowed to dream, and you're like, oh, everyone needs to be awake, but they're gonna have nightmares thanks to that eye. So it was like a weird thing. So anyway, you beat him, and he's like, fuck, and he's got to send you up to fight the eye now, because he's like, well, you fucked it, you know? It's pretty crazy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very depressing.
I wonder if the eye has a name.
I gotta look it up.
So,
You want
Uh,
to run through these?
according to Games Radar, we can run through a couple.
Yeah.
Master Hand is on there.
Fuck no.
No,
Nemesis from Resident Evil.
don't care.
He's cool, but I wouldn't. I mean, he's interesting for like, oh man, breaks down walls and shit. But there's no depth to him. He's just mindless.
Right.
Dr. Neo Cortex from Crash
Fuck
Bandicoot.
no.
I don't
No
think
one
so.
cares.
The Reapers from Mass Effect.
No,
Eh,
I mean, no.
meh. Again, and they're inherently
No,
evil
don't
because
even.
they're evil.
Oh god, don't even.
Ooh, Dahlia
Man.
Hawthorne from Ace Attorney.
Man, fucking. What if I wanted to play it? Now I know she's bad.
Yeah. Luca Blight from Suikoden too.
I heard that one's like the best.
Saren Arterius
No,
from Mass Effect.
he is not. He
Saren?
is so because he's just manipulated by the Reapers.
He's okay.
Boss, sure, I'll give it to her.
Mario from Donkey Kong Jr. Ooh, really twisting us. We grew from Zork. Keep finding it. I'll find one. Just keep going.
He is so fucking boring.
Who?
Ryder White.
Why is he boring?
Because apparently it has something to do with his wife, and you realize he's being manipulated to fight you.
Mhm.
But that entire game was boring. I was like, I
And-
played for a couple hours. And I'm fucking done.
Anybody play Manhunt?
No, but I know
Yeah.
who he is.
Lionel Starkweather?
He just wants to make a movie about him. That's all.
Oh, I can't believe we missed this.
Oh, Malik.
I think we should skip Malik and go straight to Revan.
Yeah, Revan was a good idea.
What about Darth Revan from Knights of the Old Republic?
You know, it's kind of interesting because I look at Revan, even when he was Darth,
Mhm.
as like, if there's Democratic and Republican, he's independent.
True.
He's really like he's not the most evil guy. Malik is definitely keeping in line with a
What's
Sith,
up, Cybernethy?
but I think Revan was more of like, open your mind. You know, the great Jedi kind of concept. They just called him Darth because they're like, we don't know what to call you.
What's another example of when Sean was saying that oftentimes the worst villain in a game is you? That game, yeah, you could be a total Darth Revan.
Oh
kinda.
hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well, I said it already. I said Knights of the Old Republic.
That's true, yeah.
But he's totally. You're a fucking asshole sometimes.
What the hell is that?
Golden Axe.
I never played Golden Axe.
Oh,
In
that's
passing.
a fun one.
Jekt was interesting, but it wasn't like he was good. It was just an interesting part to the story. You're like, oh, well, look at that.
Yeah. I'm just going
I don't
through.
even know what that game is.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Not that.
Tom.
Ooh.
What?
Moloch from Oddworld.
I think him and the entire corporate corporation they represent,
Mhm.
all of that is just
Oddworld was when they were like eating the characters, right? Like they were putting them in sludge or something.
Yeah.
Exodus was when they were. Wait, no,
No.
Odyssey. You mean? Because it's odd. They're all Oddworld.
Yeah, Oddworld. There's Abe's
Abe's
Odyssey and
Abe's
Abe's
Odyssey
Exodus.
is the first one, and then Exodus is. The
I don't know if
second
you guys
one.
ever played the first person
Stranger?
shooter one.
The
Yeah,
Stranger.
Yeah, that was
a
good.
really good game.
Some
That's for
people-
Xbox.
Some people say it was good.
Yeah.
Munch's, what's it called too? People said it was good.
I never played that one,
People said it was all right.
but
so-
Stranger's Wrath was really good. Like
Yeah.
even I liked it, and it's a single player first person shooter.
It was good.
Like it's not
It
a
was
game I would
interesting.
get into.
Launching little creatures at people.
Yeah, what a fun game. Is Hayachi a bad guy? I didn't know that.
No, he dabbles. He's like in. Yeah, sure. In one, he's the bad guy, right? Like he threw his son off a cliff. But in the second one,
Been good, Cybernethy. How you
he's
been?
trying to stop his son. Yeah.
Queen Slug for a butt. Earthworm Jim.
I guess
Interesting name.
I don't remember enough. What the fuck?
that's Fallout 1, right?
Oh, Fallout 1.
Yeah, I think that was the
Never played that.
like the overseer or something too as well. it-
Zachary
yeah.
Hale, Comstock,
Comstock's an interesting
Bioshock
character.
Infinite.
I'll give it to him.
That was a really good game.
I still have that on Steam. Never played it.
You should
Really?
play it.
Yeah, you should, man. It's a lot of fun.
I have
Dragon
so much
Quest
shit.
5 I'm still going through, so thanks a lot.
Hey, we're all getting spoiled today.
Yeah.
Oh, Mother Brain from Metroid is such a lazy pick.
It's just plain. Any Nintendo villain, pretty much, is just
Yeah.
plain.
That was because they never focused on story. They
Yeah.
couldn't at the time.
Carmen San Diego.
I still don't know.
That's gross.
PC Principal is
He was
Mr. Microsoft.
he was good in motion capture, but I wouldn't say like he just pretty much wanted to sleep with like the main character, if I remember correctly. And he's just like, okay, there. Oh hell no, Salazar? No, fuck no,
Ooh, Wario.
no.
Eh.
He's funny.
I like him too much in WarioWare, man.
So right now,
can't be a villain.
Cybernethy, we're talking about the best villains in video games. It could either be the worst villain, meaning like he was like the baddest guy,
Mm-hmm.
or it could just be your favorite villain in general. Oh yeah, Darth Vader, but he's kind of
Well,
Vader?
in Force
What?
Unleashed was, Force Unleashed was kind of funny because you could even choke the stormtroopers. So you could just fuck over your friends. That was funny.
But I mean, he's just
But,
more
I
of
mean-
like because you know he's a bad dude.
You know he's bad.
That's a lazy
but
pick.
in
because he
general,
already has
yeah.
the lore behind him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of lore that just backs him up already.
Zeus was a fucking prick.
Yeah.
But there was a reason behind it. It was like against his fucking will. He was evil. I never played Shadow.
You know,
of the
this reminded me though. This picture of Fleming from Shadows of the Damned. What about
Anima,
Shadow of the Colossus?
Main character.
technically.
I would go the other way. The what was the god's name in that?
I didn't play enough of
He's
it.
like, "Ugh," but also talked like a chick. It was.
I know what you're talking about. He's
What was the villain in Shadow? of the
Aku
Colossus?
from Samurai
The-
Jack.
whatever the villain from Shadow of the Colossus is, because he. I mean, yeah, your character's the one that did all the freaking work, but
Yeah.
it was almost like he
The
was the
trickery?
emperor and you were Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like he kind of guided you along and tricked you.
Yeah.
Tricked in a way. I mean, I guess he kind of lived up to everything he
Mm.
said he would.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
God, what a great game.
I know.
That
They
game
really
is-
need to
Back to
remaster
bosses.
that
They did.
even
They did.
more.
Even more.
They should release it for the
Remaster,
PS4. I'd
master.
probably get it again. Screw
No,
that
no, like
shit.
a really, really high res version. Like new
Yeah.
textures and stuff.
That'd be cool.
I mean, almost a new game.
Yeah.
Let's just make a new game.
Well, they are making that one.
Oh yeah, the one with the weird dog.
I'm super pumped for
Last
that.
Guardian.
Dog bird.
Yeah.
The Last Guardian.
That's gonna
Oh
be
my
good.
god, and that's coming out soon too.
It's coming out on my birthday, son.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
Looks interesting.
you're a bad person. Keep going.
I am a bad person.
No one cares about your birthday.
Oh, Majority, what's up? Aku,
Constantine from-
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, Aku
Aku's
is
great.
good.
What the hell's a Samurai Jack?
Are you serious?
It's a great, amazing
Are you
show.
fucking serious?
It's coming back, too. So you have
Are you
I don't-
kidding?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Spencer,
Was it Gendy Tarkovsky?
you didn't have a childhood.
Actually,
He
I
did
missed out on a lot of cartoons.
Dexter's Lab.
You might really like it. It's not like it doesn't have a Japanese style. It is like an American animated.
Didn't you like the Clone Wars? The
No,
animated Clone Wars?
I haven't seen an episode. From it.
No, not the Clone Wars like the 3D.
The 15-minute
It
ones.
was the 2D. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw
The
any
really,
of them.
those are really good.
They're great. Yeah.
He worked on those. It's not too much more.
Well, if you can, Spence, you should check it out. I think they have it on Netflix or some other streaming service now. Maybe it's Hulu. I forget what.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, great series.
They're-
They're 4 seasons.
they're
3
re-releasing
seasons. Yeah.
Or not re-releasing. I'm sorry, they're making new episodes.
Darker, more serious.
Yeah.
No, he was not a good fucking villain.
No, he's bad.
He was the worst. Oh God.
Ooh,
Kid?
Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. He was cool at the very least.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call him the villain though.
Yeah, he's just a cool guy.
Misunderstood.
It's just interesting.
Cybernethy says Constantine from Thief, The Dark Project.
Didn't play that one.
We already mentioned Zeus, God of War.
And he kind of has an alibi. He's technically not evil.
Oh, Kane.
Yeah,
Legacy
Kane was a
Kane for-
fucking prick.
Was he just a bad guy?
He was just a dick to fucking what's his name?
I don't think he.
Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper. What's his name?
Raziel.
Raziel, yeah. Oh my gosh, he was the worst. He was funny, but not good. No.
Okay, well, they can't see this. So you need to.
Oh,
say,
Dog Eyes Lynn from Sleeping Dogs was not a good villain. He was average. Never played Grim Fandango? Nope.
the Didact from Halo.
Do you want to lose
4.
all street cred? Mention the Didact.
What the heck is a Didac?
Hi.
Yeah, what's
Hey.
that?
Didact is from. He's the last boss.
In Halo 4?
Who you press a button to kill.
Oh, that's the one that you just push a button and it.
That's the guy. This dude hypes himself up. He's like EMPing everything, and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to stop him? Press a button. That's all you need to do. Killbane, did not play that one.
Cybernethy says one villain that was actually scary was Nexus from Warzone 2100. I never played that
What the heck
one.
is that?
I think it's RTS, maybe? I don't know.
Griffith from Berserk.
Yeah, that's a good bad guy, but not
Oh,
a video
he
game
is.
bad guy.
He is, oof. Yeah, he is something else.
What's Berserk?
It's
It's
an anime.
Manga.
They re-released the mastered version. It's on Netflix right now.
Dasan,
Dasan's not a bad guy. Like Dasan, or not a bad choice rather.
he's weird.
Ares from God of War.
I thought his underling.
Nightmare
That's
from
why-
Soul Calibur. What do you guys? Is he a bad
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
for sure.
Akuma's not a bad guy.
Nightmare is a
You
good,
could
is a
look
good
at him
choice.
as a bad guy, but he's not.
Actually, Nightmare is I think actually is Siegfried.
Yeah, he is Siegfried under
Um,
the Soul Edge,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? He like separates from it or something.
It doesn't really make sense that you could fight
Oh, he
Nightmare
becomes-
as Siegfried.
Well, he becomes the embodiment of the Soul Edge. at that
Majority
point.
Majority says Piccolo from OG Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he was a dick. He broke.
Yeah.
He broke Goku's ribs and he killed Krillin. I think.
Pharma 105 says video games have awful villains. Now that I think about it, I mean it has
Yes.
awful villains
Yes.
just like everything does, but I think it has a lot of great villains.
Yeah,
It has a lot of bad ones.
you can look at TV shows. And
So
be
does
like,
TV shows have a lot of bad ones too.
Yeah,
Everything has a lot of bad villains. You just got to pick out the good ones.
pretty much.
Like, well, oh, there it is.
Oh, I got one.
Gygas.
Spiritual System Shock. The system, the program.
Oh, I never played System Shock.
You guys know.
Watch.
They don't know either.
Nexus is a computer software that becomes sentient and nuked the whole world in gameplay. He's a mean bastard. I'm watching it around the box. He hijacks random buildings during a certain level in the last campaign. He's often disrupting your mission briefings.
Well, that's cool.
From Warzone 2100.
Oh, jeez.
And there come the dogs. I told you they make a lot of noise.
It's like.
What the fuck was that?
Have you guys played that game?
What's wrong with your dog?
I have no
Too
mouth.
much strangling. What's up?
I have no mouth. Therefore, I cannot scream. I believe it is.
What?
It's like a.
Oh.
Sam and Max kind of game.
Majority said Mewtwo from Pokemon.
No,
Dude, he was badass.
he's misunderstood.
Nah, he's badass.
Eh.
If you just stick to Pokemon Red and Blue lore, like the scientists made him in that
And
in
then
that
he
lab,
hates
and then
people, and then Ash shows
Got
him
out
the
and
power
killed
of
him.
love.
he like
Right.
legit killed him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't alone.
You
Legit
too?
killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he did.
it wasn't him alone. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
also,
he
it
broke
was,
out.
He was in between two blasts, and he got hit by both of them.
What?
Yeah.
No. The lore of just Red and Blue.
Oh, yeah, fine. Yeah,
He-
he
What
killed all
what
the
are you
scientists.
talking
I
about?
was talking about the movie. Remember Pokemon, the first movie?
Okay, I vaguely remember like them being in
Ash
some
was
lair.
like, "No, stop fighting," and gets hit by.
Nah, fuck that one. It was it was like in the game he like legit killed like a bunch of scientists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say he
and then
killed
lived
them.
his life in a cave. How badass is that?
I mean, that's Pokemon had a lot of dark shit though.
it had
But
some dark shit.
There's gotta
like
be
that,
more
like
than
that.
just one
Pokemon
villainous
War?
Pokemon.
Like that drowsy
Pokemon War.
or no Hypno. I think it's Hypno.
That eats your dreams.
Hypno was he lures children
Um,
to sleep
Oh Jesus.
and then like eats and then
Eats
goes
their
into-
dreams.
Yeah, something like that. Like
Yeah.
that is pretty freaking
dark.
creepy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The AI and AM, he's awful. There's only like 4 people alive or 5 people alive on Earth, and he forcibly keeps them alive but tortures them for 100 years. So like they don't age.
Bill Williamson.
I didn't beat
Andros. Andros. Another
it. No one in Heavy
villain
Rain.
that who cares?
No
about.
one in Heavy Rain.
Ooh, Psycho Mantis.
He was
Psycho
cool.
Mantis is amazing.
yeah.
I wish they.
That when he tells you to
Yeah.
turn off your PlayStation,
And you're like,
and
really?
you're like, okay, I'll do it. Oh, okay. Now
Oh,
it's
you
off.
got me.
Great job, Psycho Mantis.
You got me, Mantis.
Hate this game.
What? And then afterwards, he's like, "What an idiot." Officer Tenpenny was pretty bad. That dude was like the worst discriminatory police officer ever.
Oh, Fawful from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I love that guy. Mario and Luigi is a fun series.
Vic in NBA 216? Really?
What?
Vic and NBA. Is he your friend that like?
You mean directed by Spike Lee?
Is he the guy that turns into a ghost at the end and in the crowd just watching you?
Is that how it ends?
I'm pretty sure that's how it ends.
That's awful.
I know. It's
Handsome? No, not
freaking
handsome.
stupid.
Who cares about Kingdom Hearts? By the way, do you guys play Kingdom Hearts?
No, I think
Yeah,
it's-
I'm really losing faith because guess what just came out? It's we're remastering it again.
Who
Aren't you
gives
happy?
a shit about that game? And who
Yes.
gives a shit about Disney characters?
Yes. yes.
I will say I love Disney. I think Disney is fantastic.
Disney's great.
They do a lot of smart choices in their characters.
Uh huh.
Kingdom Hearts might be one of the shittiest games I played on the PS2, and that's stretching it because it's not the shittiest game, but it is way overhyped, and I went in playing that game, and it is not very good.
I actually really like it. It's just they keep remastering it so much that I'm like, you just should have released Kingdom Hearts 3. Like you're losing. It's like the same thing with Mighty Number 9. Like you're losing your hype. Just you should have released it forever ago. What the fuck?
Cybernetti says, I like the idea of the antagonist never knowing about you and vice versa until the end, but both sides are slowly learning about each other, and then bam, both sides are threats to each other. Vic is the biggest scumbag.
Have you ever seen? You've seen Death Note, right? So it's like that essentially. It's like they know of each other, but they don't know how each other look, and it like took forever for them to meet each other.
Yeah.
But you don't really see that in games. When does that happen in games?
Yeah, man, Kingdom Hearts, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It looks.
Here's the
fucking
thing.
awful.
I think if you allow your love of Disney to take you a little bit further, maybe something could come of it.
I got pretty far in Kingdom Hearts. I got to where I was the like in the Little Mermaid world.
Yeah.
And then right there, I like put the controller down and was like, I just can't keep going.
The game is pretty vanilla until you get to Hollow Bastion, which is like the coolest place. Then cool shit happens, and then you're like, oh, I'm towards the end of the game. Then that's the thing with Kingdom Hearts when it comes to pacing, at least in 1 and 2. They wait until the end. And Chain of Memories, they wait until the end, and then they go story.
Okay,
It's
well,
like,
the
I didn't want
game
that,
can
man.
be like 30 to 40 hours long. Can you make it entertaining throughout? Like, that's
Well, that's a
freaking-
lot of games, though. Like, where's the payoff? Like, you can play Overwatch. You can be playing, and then the game doesn't get crazy intense and entertaining until you're in overtime. Then it's like, ah, shit, we're on
Like,
the
that's
point.
that's why I don't. That's my struggle with that movie, The Usual Suspects.
Oh, it's not good until the end for you?
For me, I mean, I've heard people really like it, but when I watch The Usual Suspects, the ending is brilliant, and then when you go through and watch it again, all I'm doing is like, okay,
Waiting for the end.
come on, like, show me the cool twist moment. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
I think the movie itself, like, is just so boring.
It's good.
Wow.
You
I
don't
like
think it's
it.
boring?
I think it's really
Usual Suspects.
boring
I thought it was fun.
until the end. Like the end, I think the end is one of the best twists in freaking cinema. But
Well,
yeah, I don't
if
know, I
we're
just
talking
find the
about
whole thing boring.
twists, Saw set up their entire franchise to fail based off that. All anyone cares about is the end.
oh really?
Where's the twist?
I've
Yeah,
never
dude.
seen a Saw movie.
The first one is great.
Yeah.
The second one, you can find some love for it. The
I don't
third
think
one,
any of them are good. I think they're all hype.
really.
100% hype.
Well, I mean, now that everyone knows the first, what happens in the first one.
Cybernetti says one villain I liked was Kerrigan from StarCraft: The Brood War because she turned out to be a bigger bitch
On
my
her own
of
free will.
her own free will, than when she was controlled by the Overmind.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, I see.
When
yeah.
someone out evils.
Yeah, sure. That's kind of an interesting idea.
Well, hold on. Paulie friend Chetty, I believe, from The Darkness. Yeah, he's pretty evil.
Yeah.
He's that was actually a really pleasant surprise. Nope. Pope Rodrigo
Cares.
Borgia
Cares. That's
Yeah.
such a dumb game.
from Assassin's
God.
Creed. No thanks.
Stop Assassin's Creed.
I thought Kenway was way better.
Sign some sort of order to stop this.
Purple Tentacle. Day of the
Alma,
Tentacle.
no. Oh wait, Calypso.
Calypso from the, you thought it
That
was
was Alma. Okay, Calypso from
from-
Twisted Metal 2. He's not really he's forced to do it though.
Oh, is he?
To be that. Yeah, by like 4 they explain it.
Well, see, that's
Because
the
he's a
thing.
contestant.
A lot of these games don't need that shit.
What do you mean?
A lot of these games don't need like such a backstory, but they force it into these
Yeah,
games.
just
The fog.
The fog from Persona 4. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah.
I don't know if Persona 4
Lavos.
my struggle with Persona 4 is that I don't know, the villains are so vague in it. I guess you could consider it that way. Yeah, all right,
The hell
whatever.
is that?
I'll own up to that. The fog.
Dr. Fetus.
Dr. Fetus from Super Meat Boy.
No.
Dr. Wily from Mega Man.
No.
What?
Yes.
And Robotnik's up there too. No.
No.
Maybe like memorable in the sense of like iconic, but design wise. But no, outside of that, no. Just because I can pick you out of a lineup doesn't necessarily make you a great villain.
Yeah.
You've got a weird structure, buddy. Like you skipped leg day since birth.
Well,
And
it
arm
looks
day.
like he skipped arm day.
he was hitting stomach day. That's all he
Isaac's
was.
mom in Binding of Isaac.
I heard she is a prick.
Is she now?
Yeah, she's the main villain. I thought. I've only watched Troy play it, and he's like, "Yeah, your mom's pretty much locked you in the basement."
What about Dr. Breen from Half-Life 2?
I didn't play Half-Life 2. Oh, I lied. I did play Half-Life 2. I just got bored.
Oh, here it is, Dorman. I think that's his name. from Shadow of the Colossus. If the computer wants to load it. Anyway,
Yeah, connection though.
Cybernetic says Eclipse's identity and personality changed with every Twisted Metal release. In 3, he was a maniac that loved to torment all the contestants. In Black, he was more fair and seemed a lot wiser.
Well, Black was sort of like that reboot that they were going for, because Sweet Tooth was just deranged as hell. I mean, he always was, but like he was like a serial killer deranged as opposed to just like
Yeah.
Joker deranged, I guess. Yeah.
So what like makes a good villain?
I think you don't have to sympathize; you just have to understand them.
Motivation.
Yeah, like if you're
Motivation.
like, well, shit, look at that dude's motivation. Like, look at Boss, for instance.
Yes.
What's her motivation at the end of the day? Serve her country, even if they fuck her over.
Motivation is key to any character,
It's true.
especially though to antagonists. An antagonist with good motivation, and by that I mean unexpected motivation, is a fantastic character.
There you go, Dorman. Kane from.
I agree. Also, like having a cool shirt.
Yeah, having a
Just
cool
look
shirt
down
is
at
key.
It's like Rebels.
to any character. Cool shirts are important.
Oh, wait, no, that's Empire, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Empire. What was I thinking of?
I like villains that
Nope.
think they're the heroes
Okay.
because I feel like that's more true to real life.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're right.
Everyone thinks they're the good guy. They think they're doing a good job. They're not.
Persona 4 was a good game. Persona 3 was a little bit darker, though. You're right.
That
And
was the one I played. That was gunshots, right? To the head? That's how they transform? or
Yeah,
something,
Persona
something?
3, yeah,
It's
you'd
like,
summon them
whoa.
by shooting yourself in the head.
Like, huh?
That game was cool.
Like I'm cosplaying. It's
That
me.
game, and it opened, Persona 3 opened up with like a cinematic of just a girl in like her room, and she's just shaking because she's like pointing a gun at her skull. And then she like blows it, like shoots it, and then the title starts.
You know what?
This is
Games don't
brilliant.
have enough of that.
Yeah.
That sort of like, you know how when you start a paper, you have to have that sort of like, what's reeling them in?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good. That's a
Gotta
good
get a
way to
good
reel something
intro.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, this site just dies. Anyway,
What is this IGN site?
no,
Games
this
Radar.
is Games Radar.
This site's so full of ads that I feel like I need to go get checked after this.
Oh, Porky, not Pokey. Sorry.
Way to go. He's not fat. He's big bone.
From Earthbound.
He's big pixeled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Mother 3 as well. I didn't want to spoil any of that.
Eric
but-
Cartman.
there we
Pretty
go.
much.
Yeah. Basically, he is Cartman as if he was given the reins to do whatever he wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
He's a weird shithead. But yeah, I think
There's Kerrigan.
Kerrigan.
villains. I don't know, because in kid, it depends on the game too. Because like with kids games, I think it's kind of okay to just have like a
Bowser.
bad guy because he's bad. Yeah, like a Bowser. Because
Yeah.
in those games,
Because they're not looking for that.
They're not even looking to tell like a real crazy story. Like the kids just want to play a game and know who the guy they got to jump on is.
Sure. I mean, you have to keep it simple for kids, but for adults,
Robotnik.
you need
Dr.
to
Wily.
understand that Peach and Bowser are actually together, and Mario is trying to steal her away and trying to kill Bowser in the process and rape Peach. So it's like that's what you need to understand as an adult.
That's the real story.
The real story is that that Mario is abusing Peach, and Bowser steals her away to stop the abuse, and they fall in love, and then they're together.
This behind the music. VH1.
Yeah, and then Mario is just out there killing people
Yeah.
to get to Bowser, and then kills Bowser. Gets Peach back
Uses
and
an
beats her.
axe on him.
Yeah, beats her to death.
You want to run away?
That's the real
I'll show
story
you
of
what.
a Super Mario
Yeah.
Bros.
You know what's interesting, and we mention all the time, Last of Us doesn't have a villain.
True.
At the end of the day, you have a really
Adversity.
creepy. Well, yeah, right. The challenge, the adversity, the survival.
Racism.
The world is your villain.
Racism is the villain in Last of Us.
But the Fireflies aren't evil. Definitely not evil. What's it called? They're just trying to survive.
Yeah, there are villains in it, but there's no like
Overarching.
no overarching.
Nothing
villain.
you really can't like. Like the worst is probably David. Just because
Yeah.
you're playing as Ellie, this dude is obviously like a pedophile and obviously fucking a cannibal. So that's double no. And yeah,
Cybernethy says, I like stories that are usually lighthearted and cheery with moments where it suddenly has serious, almost grim moments, like if the character is going through some intense emotions.
You like to get like jarred.
Dragon Quest, Cybernethy, if you haven't played them.
The original? Or?
Just all of them. They're very lighthearted throughout, and I love that. But then they have moments, like when a character dies, it makes those moments like a lot more impactful.
Can I say villains I absolutely hate are ones that don't have any build up? It's like Final Fantasy VIII.
I never played that one.
I forget the name of the actual villain. Fucking stupid.
That chick, right? That lady?
No, it's technically not her,
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
which
all
is
the
dumb.
Oh, Final Fantasy does that a lot.
Yeah,
Where they'll have like a villain that you're chasing the entire game.
and then
And
it's
they're
like
like,
some
by the
super
way,
mega
that's
form.
not the real villain. Then they bring out this weird like god creature.
Dude, save for Sephiroth or Savior Sephiroth. Same thing. Final Fantasy VII, you never beat it.
That was the angel.
Yeah, that was
One
the
wing.
well. See, here's the thing. So you first start off right. You're like, oh, I'm looking for a human. Then he morphs, Genova, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he's all green and shit. And he's this version where you need to split up your party, which is cool. And then you go, all right, cool. We beat that version. Oh, well, now I'm an angel. And you're like, what the fuck? And then after that, then it's like, oh, I'm a human again. Just beat me with Omni Slash. Shut up. Dumb. I appreciate that game for what it did, but dumb. It's like sort of like Chrono Cross. What you're fighting the time Dream Devourer, right? Time Devourer,
Yeah.
and you're just like, where the fuck did you come from?
Dude, that's the one. When we
Well, it's
do
one of the ones.
When we do it our big thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about. We'll definitely mention that. That is my one. That game would be my favorite game of all time.
If
it
the
di-
villain made more
If
sense.
it didn't have the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that halfway point that you talked about,
What halfway point?
the Sea of the Dead.
I love.
Are you guys
that.
gonna stream
I thought you
Chrono
told me
Cross?
there was something stupid. Okay, so let's get to
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
I want in on that.
Okay, so here's the thing. Well, this would be great. Have you beaten it?
No.
Have you played Chrono Trigger?
No.
Shit.
I haven't played any of them.
You to get the full impact of Chrono Cross, you have to play Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
We should do a stream of that. That game's pretty quick too. That one's only like 18 hours.
Yeah, you can beat that one pretty easily, and then we can play on a ROM and then speed past.
Yeah.
That's how you doing. But anyway, so our idea. I was talking to Spencer when he was streaming one of the games, and pretty much it came up with the idea of like maybe doing like a sort of a series where you sort of rationalize and gush about a game, but you break it down in a way that people can understand to a point where people realize it's just your opinion, but also at the same time, it's like you're bringing up good points. So like why you appreciate and like a game. So the series would be called Why I Love, and then blank whatever or like.
Which
whatever
you
it is.
guys should totally do Dark Souls.
Yeah, I would probably do the first Dark Souls though. I wouldn't do the entire series.
No?
Yeah, just the first one.
I don't know. I don't know if I would want to do that. I don't know if there's a game that I like that much.
Well, Chrono Cross would be fun because
Fable. You are
What's
like,
up,
singing the
completionist?
praises
Look,
of
trust
Dark
me,
Souls.
I like Dark Souls a lot. Okay. Okay, I'm really good at Dark Souls.
What about League then?
I don't like any game that much.
Huh?
Chrono Cross would the reason that would be a good one is that it's also not on my top like 10 favorite games.
Yeah.
And it should be.
Yeah.
But there's
Maybe it'll make you reanalyze it.
Nah, I've played that game enough.
Maybe okay, I got two that are even could be close.
Okay.
Super Mario 64, or just sorry, Mario 64,
Yeah.
and Majora's Mask.
Okay.
Did you ever play the DS remake of Mario 64?
He calls it the super
No.
version time and time again.
It is
It is good.
really good.
Maybe I can get like a DS emulator on my computer. And
I
do
guess
that.
the only problem with it is that it doesn't have a control pad, or like a joystick, which you would think it would be kind of built for that. But just as far as a gameplay goes, if you're ever going to do a remake, look at that as how to do it. Because it's Mario 64, which is one of the best platforming games ever. You just add 20 stars to it and add Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario as playable characters that all jump differently. And then you make the stars go with that. So like,
That's dope.
You add an extra element of the levels. So like you can only do this with Yoshi because he can do a longer jump, or Luigi can go higher. I don't remember what the exact things were, but and then it has a bunch of mini games in it and like a versus like race mode. It's just if you're gonna do a remake, do it like that.
This is kind of like made me want to play Mario 64 now.
Yeah, find something that you love and really analyze it and write down notes and all that stuff. And then we pretty much want to do it. It's not going to be like a full playthrough of it, right? So it's going to be sectioned off. And a lot of the points that you really do appreciate, we're going to be together and we're going to talk about it. And
Yeah.
you're explaining it. You're going into detail about like,
Yeah, maybe we could.
So
we
look
could-
at this scene.
Maybe we could
Yeah.
bring Sean into it because he's never played it. And he's like looking at something and he could tell us why.
but we don't want to put a bias on you. You know, be
Well,
like,
but-
oh,
but
you
I
his-
should
could play it
appreciate
myself.
this.
You guys aren't going to buy
He
it.
could say he could say that he's he's new to it and doesn't know why this is good or because it is dated.
It is dated.
Like graphically,
yeah, it's pretty pixelated.
it's pretty rough, especially if you play it on a big screen TV.
right. But
So he could say like this looks like crap, and it's like, well, let me explain like its impact and yada yada.
right.
And he might offer some insight to it.
I
but-
definitely need to play through Chrono Trigger first.
yes.
And it's weird. Chrono Cross is a really weird game in that aspect, and that
As far as a
it's
sequel.
technically a sequel.
Yeah.
But like, so Chrono Cross has a world map, or Chrono Trigger has a world map, right? And it's like a huge, like a Final Fantasy style world map. And the deal with Chrono Trigger is that you're using time. So time, you go forward or backwards in time. Backwards as far as 65 million BC, forwards as far as 2380. And in 2380, the world was destroyed. In 1999, the world got like destroyed by Lavos. And in 2380, you see the effects of that.
Yeah.
Like everybody's in these domes and food's running out and the world is like black and
Yeah.
foggy and gross.
Super depressing.
Super sad. And in 65 million BC, that's when Lavos first comes, infects the world with magic so that humanity grows and evolves quickly. And then in 1999, it destroys the world, takes all the nutrients, and then leaves and goes to another planet. That's what Lavos does.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So, in Chrono Cross, you save the world, yada yada. In Chrono Trigger, in Chrono Cross, it takes place on a small archipelago, small like a dot on the map of Chrono Trigger. It's not a world map; it's like a dot on that map, and that's where the entire game takes place.
Which is great when you consider it.
Yeah, when you consider like
people would expect this huge world and all this other stuff, but the game feels big with what they give you.
yeah, it's really interesting. It takes place in a very small part of it where Chrono and Marl, I think it's been officially explained in the stories, they've been killed.
Yeah.
They're dead. They were king and queen, and they're dead. And you're in two different dimensions. So this one deals with dimensions.
You exist in two different, yeah.
And in one dimension, you were drowned. And in another dimension, you're alive.
Alive
So
and
when
alive.
you go to the other dimension, you're considered a ghost.
Yeah, and people are like, no, I don't remember you.
It's like, you're not supposed to be alive. Like,
Yeah.
who the hell are you? Like,
and
why
then-
are you here?
And the best part is you can get different like party members and stuff like that may have a different like personality towards you in the world and stuff like that.
And so the game is very, and it almost doesn't even seem like the same game. Like it doesn't even tie to Chrono Trigger at all until maybe.
Well, then there's
Halfway
there's
through.
like Kid, and then there's
Well, yeah, but you
Some
don't
stuff.
realize the ties into it until like halfway through, and that's
Yeah.
that's a weird way to do a sequel.
very weird, but cool,
Cool.
neat. So definitely something to consider.
Yeah, I would. The story is just incredible.
Completionist says, if the storyline confuses you on Chrono Cross, Terra Corrupt on YouTube, one word, did an excellent job explaining the
He actually
storyline.
did. I know exactly the video you're talking about, and it's very confusing, but and in some parts stupid. There's stupid parts about Chrono Cross's story.
yeah, you
At
can't
one
help
point in the story, they even tell you that they wanted you to go through the journey so you could be strong enough to fight the villain at the end, which is bonkersly retarded. But
or during one part where there's a little bit of a switcheroo going on, they're like, if you even think you're someone else, the world will end. You're like, what? Like, huh? When what's her name tells you that when you
yeah,
she tells you like if you imagine yourself as someone else, the world will end. Like, how do you have that mental fortitude already?
I don't remember that. We'd have to play through it again.
Yeah.
But Harl or Harlequin
Yeah, there you go.
is actually my favorite character in all of video games.
What?
She is fascinating.
All right, that's a little bit too much gushing.
Anyway, but yeah.
Ultimately, yeah.
We should do one on Chrono Trigger too. We
Okay.
should do it on Chrono Trigger
Well,
first.
I don't like Chrono Trigger as much as I do Chrono Cross. Because here's the thing. When I grew up, I played Chrono Cross before Chrono Trigger.
Oh my god.
Here's why. I never had an NES or SNES.
Yeah.
And when they released the anthology, me and my brother were already going pretty much through Chrono Cross. at that point. And then I was like,
Why don't we
oh,
do Chrono
shit.
Trigger first?
Okay.
I would like to do Chrono Trigger first so I can get in on that.
As a let's play and then do a why I love of Chrono
I'll
Cross?
just do the Why I Love on Chrono Trigger while we're playing it. You can play it or Sean can play it. I don't care.
Okay.
Because that game is also amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to play that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
All
a
right.
blast.
Well, I'm Spencer.
Oh, we're done?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Snapples. We're done with villains?
Your name is Snapples?
Oh, no, I'm surprised.
We're already an hour and a half.
Oh, snap. Oh, shit.
So anyway, I'm Spencer.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Sean.
This has been The Itch.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.
See you guys.
And 4th of July. Oh, crap. 4th of July.
America.
Mark.
Oh, we'll sing. Oh, say, can you sing?
I don't want to sing that. I want to sing.
I'm triggered.
I'm glad to be an
real-
American.
Oh.
I'm a real American?
Yeah.
No,
Fight
no,
for
no.
your right. Fight for your right.
No,
Right.
not that. Not the Hulk Hogan one. The one where there's like, I
I'm
gladly
proud to
stand
be
up
American.
next to you and
Yeah.
defend our still today.
Wait, what?
There ain't no doubt I love this land. That song.
God bless the
Did you
USA.
never hear that song as a kid?
No.
Wow.
So I went to a school where they would play a patriotic song every day
Wow.
on the announcements. Some fucking
Oh.
North Korea shit.
We had that. Yeah, we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Well, we went to the-
Did you go to REM?
no
elementary?
We went to the same. We went to the same middle school. Sorry.
So yeah, so you went to Madison. Did they do that? Did they pump you full of America?
No, but Simus did. In the morning, we would sing. We would have our hands to our hearts.
Yes.
And that was the
Pledge of
creepiest-
Allegiance was like
That's the
everybody.
creepiest thing in the freaking world.
Creepy. That's some North Korea shit,
Yeah.
dude. So they,
And you know what? They still do that now.
do they?
Because
The Pledge of Allegiance?
Alexis
Who does it?
tells me she like says, I memorized the Pledge of Allegiance. I was like, really? And she goes, yeah. And she'll say it. And she memorized the song too. Whatever that's called.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
She does that, but she also knows the song, Oh Say Can.
Okay,
The
sure.
Star Spangled
And
Banner.
she knows
Star-Spangled
that they
Banner.
play the Star Spangled Banner and then they do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like total brainwash.
Well, I didn't just get that. I got other weird patriotic songs. So that's why I fucking know to this day that I'm glad
There
to be
ain't no
American,
doubt.
and I'd gladly stand up
Yeah,
next
yeah.
to you and defend her still today. That's brainwashing.
They played that at boot camp, but they played it for a reason because with all the time getting yelled at, you kind of like lose purpose. You're like,
Sure, if you lose sight of
I don't
where
want to
you-
get
why you're
fucked
there.
over, and then they're just like, hey, it's usually like after church. They're playing a ton of songs, and everyone's a Christian or some sort of religion.
You gotta believe in
when
God.
you're in the
You
military.
do
You're like, oh, time to go to church because drill instructors. It's literally like heaven because the
Yeah.
drill instructors are not allowed in church. Like they'll burn. or
I just
something.
imagine like in World War One. No, I haven't started watching the anime films yet. I will try to do that this weekend. At some
Anime
point.
films.
Yeah.
Completionist recommended me three anime films.
One's
that he
Akira.
thinks-
One's Ghost of the Shell.
He says that they're all pre like 1995.
Okay, what
Okay.
are they?
Might be.
I don't remember. They're in my messages.
Oh,
Like,
I really
I-
want to know what this is.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you,
I'll
can
look
you
it
say
up.
completion?
As a big anime buff, I'd love to hear.
As
like,
a mild anime buff.
yeah.
I would like to hear as well.
Let me pull them up. But
Why?
anyway,
Why
keep
pre
going.
95?
Yeah, because the anime isn't dead. There's still good anime that probably comes out
Did
today.
the Cowboy Bebop movie come out post 95?
I have
yeah,
no idea.
it had to have. It had to.
The
have.
one with his name is actually Vincent.
Like
even.
on the train and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I really like that.
He recommended it to me though.
So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know a bunch of patriotic songs because they fucking sang it to us every day as little kids,
Mm.
preparing us to go kill ourselves for America.
Yeah, it's very very weird and a little bit off-putting.
I guess I'm not bothered by it. I'm just like, whatever.
Okay, so here are the
I
suggestions.
wouldn't
he
be
gave
if
me.
I were an adult.
He gave me the Venus Wars,
That sounds familiar.
the Professional Golgo 13.
Yeah, I think I know that one.
Oh, the assassin movie.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like really, really old looking.
and Pat Labor Movie 1. Honorable mention is Lensman Secret of the Lens.
I don't know, Spence.
Well, we'll see.
Well, it's his.
Give it a shot.
suggestions,
Yeah, it's interesting. Give it a shot.
I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some more like recent suggestions in
Yeah,
there.
I would say if you're interested in like cyberpunk type stuff. I'd
Yeah,
say
I
Ghost in the
specifically
Shell.
told Completionists I don't want stuff that's super tropey. Like anime crap, because I hate it.
Well, like,
Yeah,
Stuff
like a
like
bunch
that.
of kids talking about cats and
then Akira is fine.
Also, like purely, like I don't hate gore, but it's not like a selling point.
So
what's up?
Jinro, you ever see that?
I haven't seen any. Just consider myself never seeing any. I've seen.
Jinro, the Wolf
Akira's-
Brigade is kind of interesting.
Akira's pretty bloody.
There is some gore in that.
Uh,
Akira is, it's kind of
Ghost in the
gross.
Shell's a little bloody, but it's interesting.
Ghost in the Shell's
As long as it's good, like I don't care if the blood. Just
Then the
if the
Cowboy Bebop
point
movie.
if the point's like to
Cowboy
jerk
Bebop
off the
movie?
gore,
Sure.
it's not the point to me.
Have you seen the whole Cowboy Bebop series or just the end?
No.
Just the end.
I'd really recommend you watch the
Sucks.
series.
Yeah,
Yeah?
watch the series.
There's only
and
a
then
couple
Samurai
episodes.
Champloo. Samurai Champloo's great too.
Well, I'll try these and
26
see
episodes?
see how
Yeah.
these go.
It should have been longer. I
I'll,
feel.
I'll try these and
Or a
see
movie.
see how it goes, and we'll go from there.
Mm.
Freaking-
Honestly, any Bones Studio show you'd really enjoy, I think.
Oh, what was that one? The baseball bat one.
Oh, Paranoid Agent.
Yeah, or Paranoid or Paranoia. Which one?
Paranoid, I think.
That one was pretty interesting too.
Maybe it's Paranoid.
Or if you like something, if one day you're just like, you know what, I want a really short anime that is just crazy and balls to the
that
wall,
was weird.
Fully Cooley.
Oh, Fooly Cooley's a great
Will
show.
set you off.
But
Like,
there are
what?
tropes.
Yeah, there are tropes.
There are
like,
many
you'll be like,
tropes.
what is going on? That might take a second watching. If
Yeah.
you're even up for that. But
Actually, Fooly Cooley
Bye,
has.
have a good day.
Bye.
All right, should we wrap it up then?
I mean, sure, fine. And if you want.
It's good. I don't want it to look too long to people that want to click
Okay.
on it.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right, have a great time, everybody.
We'll do a second podcast right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be an American. Or at least.